Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on it's not Tuesday at all, it's actually Thursday the 5th of January, so Thursday the 5th. Here we go, let's have a look at these markets then. So actually before we do that, quick flick across to look at the news events today. It's mainly about the ADP numbers. Now, I was just checking these numbers earlier on, and they're still as useful as a chocolate teapot really. They come out often below expectation by quite some way, and you compare it to the actual change in non-farm payrolls, and they've been positive all the time and are significantly higher. So it's still not much of a guide, but we could get some volatility around that 115 area. Okay, that's about it. We do have some speakers coming out today, 12:30. Nearly 14:20 and then 18:20, some US Fed members speaking there, which could create volatility throughout the day, so you're aware of that. Okay, let's look at the markets themselves. To start off, looking at the euro dollar here, it did manage a bit of an up day yesterday. I'm starting to question where it's going here a little bit. It struggled to break the highs, but well, we'll see. That was such a bearish old day on Tuesday there. We'll see what happens, but it's looking weaker where it's sitting at the moment, at least. A breakdown below the daily pivot would for me probably suggest further downside. It's still, I mean, you look at some of these key moving averages, 50 moving average still facing south, still facing downwards. As I say, it just looks weak. The S1 and maybe even further could be online set up today. Still almost holiday volumes we're seeing here. The pound again, it's a bit of almost an inside day yesterday. Really difficult to work out where this is going. Well, it may be a bit easier now because it looks like it's rolling over, and we may have further downside. This is really just a bit more advanced than where the euro is sitting at the moment. The euro is sitting above its pivot. This is through, and looks like it's heading down to the S1, and certainly looks softer at this stage. Dollar yen also, element of softness here, although the bigger trend is certainly strongly down. We could get a decent reaction off the monthly pivot, and that's what I would be looking for as we run through the morning. It has got higher lows here on the 4-hourly, so the signs of potential continuation to the upside, so we've got to be careful. Wait and see if we get an actual reaction to that monthly pivot. If it doesn't and it breaks through, well, that's not working then. In that case, looking at shorter time frames here, certainly got a reaction to the daily pivot here, and pushing up here. As I said, the monthly pivot there, which is not that far ahead, there you go, is not that far ahead, would be a good tester to see if it's going to carry on pushing or we get a good reversal. Aussie, well, the Aussie's rolling over today. Good day yesterday, solid day yesterday, but all it's done is run back into its highs where there was supply up there previously. No difference here. We're seeing a reaction off of that, and well, looking soft here. There is well, there was some divergence around the highs there, I would imagine. It's put a lower high in here. It's looking like it's going to give us another lower high on this shorter time frame, and again, just like the pound, it looks like it's got the potential to roll over further. The US dollar CAD rolled over nicely yesterday. US dollar softening against the CAD there. We saw a much stronger CAD. Went further than I expected, actually. Pitching up a little at the moment, softening again. We've got the daily pivot above there that could be a target, and its reaction to this would be the key point here. It's very simple looking either or here, so if it starts breaking above this trend that's sitting on here, let me just pull that across a little. If it starts breaking below that, well, for me the dollar is a sell, but as it sits up here, it's well, the high probability of that daily pivot being hit. Okay, there's the majors. Let's switch markets now. Run across the look quickly. Firstly at gold. So gold yesterday, solid old day. Pulled off a little bit at the moment, but maybe its role as an inflation hedge is being seen out here. It's put the higher lows in there, higher highs. The US dollar just seems to be largely in charge, but we'll see. It's got. I'm preferring the upside, and for me, it would need to. There's the line in the sand, if you like. If I can get it to even get to that line in the sand, would be across this sort of way. So whilst it's down here, well, it could roll over some more. We're seeing the currencies rolling over. This could just follow suit, but a break back above here becomes much more bullish. And we're sitting around the daily pivot here. We could be seeing it running up to the R1 at least if it starts moving. Oil, well, no surprise, oil's off a bit more. I mentioned that yesterday in terms of the news that was coming out there, and it had a solid old day down yesterday. I mean, it didn't look back, not a single green 4 hourly there until later on there this morning. It still looks soft to me. It would be nice for it to have come into its pivot and rolled over, but it's still looking on the softer side of things, so more of short potential. Okay, let's stay on the quick look through the Asian markets here then. Higher time frames. So the CSI 300 continuing to push to the upside, but it is a bit of a rarity in terms of what's going on. Let's just get it right. The Nikkei, well, lower highs looking soft. Yeah, looking soft there. Nifty 50 again looking on the softer side here. So they're sort of looking. These equity markets are all looking bearish at the moment again, and the S&P's consolidating around its the trend line I'd drawn on from the, I don't know whether the lower time frames or wherever it came from, but certainly across this way here. Let me just pop that on properly along the lows there. Probably drew on a 4 hourly picture, that's why it's messy. Anyway, a break below that trend line, well, just suggests further downside. It's sort of done this A, B, and maybe we've got a C wave to the downside yet. I was say hoping, but it was looking like we were going to get more upside yesterday, but really struggling. Okay, Dow Jones, similar picture here in terms of consolidation, not really going anywhere, better drawn line there. And the Nasdaq still looking weak. This is the one it's the easier short out of them all. It's already softest, and if it starts rolling over again, I'd rather be on the short side there. DAX this morning, well, DAX is it's just rolling a little here. Never quite made the highs there, but previous highs came short of that. Just flaggy sort of pattern at the moment, so there's some potential. It's got its daily pivot below, just made to get drawn down to that, and so I'd like to see a reaction to see if we can get a buy at some point there. FTSE looking more positive. Well, I'm saying that it's actually quite ugly actually on this shorter time frame. I'll take that back. It's just looking a bit more positive on the dailies, but looking quite ugly here, and if anything it looks like it's going to roll back towards its S1 at the moment. I'd never like it when it's retraced and consolidates down the flagpole, if you like. If it hangs in around the highs there and consolidates, that's fine. This is consolidated further down, it's just sort of really bitty, and as I said, it looks like that's going to roll over this morning further. Right, that's pretty much it. That's it. Yep, I'll look at the Bitcoin, the cryptos tomorrow. There you go. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the morning. Bye for now.